So this is the third tutorial from hidden surface removal algorithms. So till now we have discussed what is meant by hidden surface, what are different algorithms, and what are different types of hidden surface removal algorithms. So we have discussed backface removal algorithm, we have discussed Z buffer algorithm, that is also known as depth buffer algorithm. Then we have discussed A buffer algorithm. Now there are few more algorithms which are still to discuss. So in this tutorial we'll discuss those algorithms. So first algorithm that today we'll discuss, that is Penter's algorithm. Second we'll discuss scanline algorithm, and third we'll discuss area subdivision algorithm. So three algorithms we'll discuss in this particular tutorial. Now we'll begin with the Penter's algorithm. So what is meant by Penter's algorithm? So this Penter's algorithm, it is also called as depth sorting algorithm or priority algorithm. So in Penter's algorithm, you are sorting the polygons according to the distance, means depth, hence it is called as depth sorting algorithm. Now this Penter's algorithm, it is object space type of algorithm in which the polygons are ordered from farthest to the closest and pent on this in this order. Means first of all you have to pent the farthest, so or the polygon which is at the longer distance, then you have to put other object which is somewhat nearer, and then nearer. So this is nothing but how the Penter's algorithm works. It is similar like a Penter's work. So we know that painters are, first of all, they are drawing or painting the background, then they are drawing the object which is farther from the viewer, then as according to the distance they are drawing it, and finally they are drawing the object which is very nearer to the viewer. So that once you draw the nearer object, due to that object, the previously drawn object, some part of that object or the whole object will be hidden. So this is nothing but how the Penter's algorithm is also works. So in Penter's algorithm, longer distance polygons painted first and nearer distance polygons painted over the longer distance objects to hide it partially or fully. So we'll see how that Penter's algorithm works. So here you can see this is nothing but the background, and I am drawing some objects on it. So this is the background I have drawn first. So this is the background. Then I have drawn the object. As I have drawn the object which is somewhat nearer to the viewer, so some part of the object or some part of this background, it is hidden due to this object. Now as you can draw the object as per the depth value, suppose this is object, it is drawn. Now one more object I want to draw, then because of the third object, the some part of second object it is hidden, as well as some part of the background is also hidden. So that is nothing but how Penter's algorithm works. So you are drawing the object from longer distance or farthest object first and nearer object last. So because of the nearer object, some part of other objects may get hidden. So that is nothing but how Penter's algorithm works. So this is all about the Penter's algorithm. So Penter's algorithm, it is very easy and easy to understand and easy to implement also. Next hidden surface removal algorithm, that is scanline algorithm. Already scanline algorithm, it is discussed in polygon filling methods in earlier tutorials, but this is the extension for finding the hidden surfaces. So in this case we are dealing not with the single polygon, we are dealing with the multiple polygons. So this is the extension for whatever discussed earlier as a scanline algorithm. So now what is the scanline algorithm? It is image space based method which is used to remove hidden surfaces, and as I have explained, it is extension of scanline algorithm which is used for filling the polygons. So in this case we are dealing with the multiple polygons instead of single polygon. So as per the intersection with the scanline, visible surfaces will be calculated. So in scanline algorithm, wherever there is an intersection with the scanline, or as per the intersection with the scanline, visible surfaces will be calculated. Now how that will be calculated? So across each scan line, depth calculation is made for overlapping surfaces to find a nearer surface to view plane. So across each scan line, you are calculating the depth calculation wherever there is overlapping of surfaces. If suppose there is no overlap of the surface, then the depth calculation is not required because there is single surface. If there are multiple surfaces, in that case only you have to calculate the which surface is nearer, which is the farther surface. Now after finding the visible surfaces, so you can transfer the intensity of the position into the refresh buffer. So you can transfer it after finding the visible surfaces. So this is nothing but how scanline algorithm works. Now here you can see, suppose this is the polygon 1 and this is the surface 1 and surface 2, and you want to find as per the scan lines which surface is front face, which is back face. So it is S1. Suppose this is surface S1 and this is surface S2. Now see here, this is suppose scanline 1, this is scanline 2 and this is scanline 3. We are taking the scanline 1 first. So now we'll consider the scan lines. So first of all, I am considering the scanline 1. So scanline 1, there are edges like AB intersecting with the scanline, BC, then EH and FG. So in active list, those are the edges available. So whenever the scanline is moving from this point till this point, the surface S1 is only available, means the flag for S1 is on, means there is a single surface between this intersection between AB and BC. So no need to calculate the intensity. Whatever intensity or whatever color of surface S1, it will be displayed or it will be transferred into refresh buffer from this point to that point. Now the scan line will reach to EH and FG. So between that EF and FG, only S2 surface is available. So means S2 flag is on, means there is only S2 flag, so no need to calculate the depth value. Directly the surface S2 depth value will be transferred to the refresh buffer. So in case of scanline 1, there is no any depth calculation is required. Now we'll move towards scanline 2. This scanline 2 will have AD as a one edge, then it will have BC as a one edge, then it will have EH as a one edge and FG as a one edge. So between AD to EH, so between this AD to EH, S1 flag is on. S1 flag is on. So whatever intensity of S1, it will be transferred to the refresh buffer. Now you can see between BC and EH, between this region, so there is overlapping of the surfaces. So S1 as well as S2 is on, means both the surfaces are there. So in this case, we want the depth calculation. So which surface is nearer and which is farther. So whatever based on viewing direction which is nearer to the viewer, that surface intensity will be displayed in the, or transferred into the refresh buffer. Now if you move from BC to FG, so in this region from this to this, there is no any other surface other than S2, so that only S2 color will be replaced. Now similarly you can take consideration of third scan line. From here to here only single surface, so intensity of S1 will be transferred to the refresh buffer. Between this region there is a overlapping of two surfaces, so intensity as well as depth value calculation is required between that two points. So based on the depth value you can have the intensity. And now in the last region from here to here only single S2 is available, so no need of any calculation. So this is nothing but how scan line algorithm works for the removal of the hidden surfaces and detection of the visible surfaces. Now the next algorithm for finding the hidden surfaces, that is area subdivision algorithm. So this algorithm is also known as Warnock's algorithm. Now here you can see the area subdivision algorithm. It is image space method based algorithm. It is also called as Warnock's algorithm. So in this method the total viewing area, it is successively divided into smaller and smaller rectangle until there is only one visible surface or no surface in that particular area. So you have to divide the area into equal parts, 4 parts, and till there is only one visible surface or no surface. So till up to that you have to divide. Now there are 4 possibilities of surfaces with the divided area. One is surrounding area or surrounding surface. So it will enclose the area completely. I will show you what it is. Then overlapping surface, in that case partially inside or partially outside. Inside surface means that surface is completely inside the divided area, and outside surface means completely outside the area. Surface will be completely outside. Now here I will explain the area subdivision algorithm. Suppose those are the surfaces, suppose S1, S2, S3, 3 surfaces, and you want to find which is hidden, which is visible based on area subdivision algorithm. So how you can do this? So first of all, the complete viewing area, it is divided into rectangles, 4 rectangles. So equally you have to divide. So this is the complete area. You are dividing into 4 equal parts. Now in each area you have to compare, you have to check whether there is only one area available. So in this case, the first part, the 2 surfaces are available and there is overlap. So it requires some again division. In this case there is overlapping, but this area and this area doesn't require any division because there is a single area, single overlapping area, or you can say single overlapping area from this surface as well as from this area as well as from this area. Now for S1 and S2 means first part and second part, you have to divide it again into 4 equal parts. So you have divided this area into 4 equal parts. After dividing, this first area will have only one surface, so no need to divide it again. This is also having one single surface. Here it has 2 surfaces, so this area only required to divide. Here also you can find this has overlap of areas, but those don't have overlap of areas, so that directly you can have that much part transferred to the refresh buffer. Again, wherever there is overlap, again divide it. So you have divided it. So again those areas got no surface, overlap surface. Here no overlap surface. Here there is overlap of surface. Here also no overlap. So again you have to divide. So this is nothing but a process. It is a continuous process, and final division till pixel level. So at pixel level you can easily identify, easily calculate the depth value. So as I have said, this is nothing but the surrounding surface. If suppose this is the rectangle or area and the surface is surrounding, this is called as surrounding surface. This is overlapping surface, means partially inside and partially outside. So this is the surface which is overlapping surface. Then inside surface, if the surface is completely inside, that is called as inside surface, and outside means the outside surface means there is no any surface in the divided area. So this is nothing but how area subdivision algorithm works. You have to divide the area till there is no overlap of the areas available. There should be single area in that particular division. So this division will continue till the pixel level. So that is called as area subdivision algorithm. Now till now, from the hidden surface removal algorithms, we have discussed that many algorithms: backface removal, Z buffer, A buffer algorithm, Penter's algorithm, scanline algorithm, area subdivision algorithm. Now we can classify those algorithms into image space method and object space method. So this is nothing but how that algorithms are divided. This is a classification of algorithm. Object space methods are backface removal, Penter's algorithm. Image space methods are Z buffer algorithm, A buffer algorithm, scanline algorithm, area subdivision algorithm. So in case of object space method, the object or surface it is compared with each other. In case of image space, at pixel level it is compared what is the depth value. So that is nothing but image space and object space. So this is all about the hidden surface removal algorithm. Thank you for watching this tutorial.